Hello, puppies and kittens. Welcome to the Petropolist podcast and our continuing Cat University series with cat behaviorist, author, and speaker, Dr. Rachel Geller. Recently, I was trying to play with one of my cats and quite frankly, not getting much of a response from him. I may have been definitely half-assing it, but I was trying because I know how important play is for us and our felines. And my cat's lack of responsiveness to my erratic pole whopping is why we are here today. I called Rachel and asked if there is actually a proper way to play with cats, like the do's and don'ts. She certainly had a lot to say, and I wanted to share her knowledge with the rest of the cat-loving listeners, because if I needed help, I am sure many of you do as well. Here we are doing a podcast about this very important subject, cats at play. Why most humans don't know how to bring joy to their cats. And I'm kidding. No, I'm not. So, Rachel, let's figure out how we're going to bring some joy to the cats. Dr. Rachel Geller, so happy to be with you here again today. Please start us off.
Play is the indoor cat's version of hunting. So cats need outlets for their prey drive. Cats who do not use their minds and bodies in their natural instinctive play tend to become overweight, bored, stressed, and some may even develop behavioral problems. Cat owners should really ask themselves, are my cats getting daily stimulation in the form of a hunt and a capture? Because if your cat's only form of stimulation is to grab at your ankles as you walk by, or instigating a smackdown with a companion cat in the household, then this is where he will turn to satisfy this natural need. So when your cat's instinct of the hunt and the capture is not being met, your cat is left without this very important emotional and physical outlet. Worse, he may then redirect this natural need by leaving you with those bitten ankles or leaving you with those scratched up arms and leaving you with an unhappy and scared companion cat.
Rachel, I really want to touch on the unhappy and scared ankle biter comment that you made. And this is relevant to when the COVID-19 lockdowns happened. When the lockdowns happened, there was so much anxiety and uncertainty amongst all of us. And as those restrictions dragged, emergency rooms across the country reported a 69% increase in emergency department visits by children and teenage patients dealing with psychosocial issues. And I'm quoting this data from Psychiatric Times. And I'm mentioning all this because, we consider our pets like kids. They're like teenagers as they're growing up, the way they act. And it's relevant to our conversation, since we do consider our pets our family. Our cats are home all day in the same space, same environment, lack of choice. And then here we are assuming that they just like to sleep or they don't like to play anymore because they've grown out of it. And, we're working at home, we're seeing all this, and then we get up and go back to work. Things change. Does this lack of stimulation, this lack of joy, quality social interactions, do these trigger new anxieties and fears or potential behavioral problems with cats like it does with people?
Absolutely. So especially with your reference to COVID, this set up so many opportunities for cats to have behavior problems, much like people were. So think of how much your schedules may have changed during COVID. Maybe you were home all day, whereas you never were before. Maybe you had to bring people into your home who weren't home before, such as maybe you had a college-age kid, and now suddenly that kid is home all day. Maybe you had elementary-age kids, and those kids are now home all day. So cats like predictability, cats like routine, cats do not like change. So think about all of the changes that occurred during COVID-19, and absolutely your cat is going to be affected by this. Whenever a human being is suffering in some way, there's always a cat suffering at the other end of that. So it's really important to think about our cats too and the changes and the stress they went through during COVID-19. So Yes, cats can become stressed and cats can become anxious just like people. So what do we want to do? The best thing to do is to set up interactive activity toys, such as puzzle feeders, for your cat to use during the day when you're working, either at home or at the office. Your cat will really benefit from this type of a toy. With puzzle feeders, your cat is now going to play more during the day, and puzzle feeders give your cat that feeling of a satisfying capture. Puzzle feeders left out during the day will break up your cat's daytime sleeping. We want your cat to be busy. Environmental enrichment plays a huge role in preventing tension, anxiety, and stress. There has to be enough mental and physical stimulation so your cat does not just sit around, because this can build tension. Puzzle feeders are a type of toy where the cat has to figure something out or overcome some challenge in order to get the food. So we're tapping into that hunting sequence, even when we're not there. This keeps cats active and using their brains in a way that focuses more on accomplishing a task, overcoming a challenge, figuring something out, rather than falling victim to frustration, stress, and anxiety. And puzzle feeders are one way we can help, but you can also divide up your cat's food and place a little bit of food in several bowls and hide those bowls throughout your home. Now, your cat is going to have to go on a fun and exciting expedition to find his food. Vertical space is really important too in preventing stress and anxiety. Elevated spaces give a cat the feeling of safety and security. But in addition, cats love the ability to survey their home from a secure vantage point way up high. Now, to get to these places, they have to climb. And climbing is terrific exercise for a cat. Climbing and jumping up to elevated spaces and then watching the world go by prevents boredom in your cat. And that's what you want. When you add vertical space, your indoor cat can feel like she's navigating great distances, going on all kinds of exciting journeys. And she's doing this all without ever leaving the safety of your home. You can even place treats for the cat to find on these vertical resting spots. And that's another fun and enticing way to keep your cat busy too.
Why do so many cat owners assume that their cats don't play? I mean, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
So I think that some cat owners equate the term play with something only young cats do, which the owners then assume their cat grows out of as they get older. I think when people hear play, they think of toddlers playing. And then when you're a teenager, you're over it. And they kind of equate the two. But play is important in all of our lives. Big cats in the wild will play and chase. People, humans, we take time to play by taking vacations, maybe taking in a sporting event, maybe playing computer games, or being outside with kids or playing sports. So play is an integral part of mental and physical health for us and cats. Cats living outdoors need to hunt and catch their prey to eat and stay alive. And they're going to do this their entire lives. They're going to try to catch prey whether they're 3 or whether they are 13. But our indoor cats need this healthy hunt and capture interaction to keep connected with their natural cat instinctive roots. They're wired to want to hunt and capture. And when we provide this for our cats, this keeps our cats emotionally and behaviorally healthy.
So what's happening if the cats aren't playing, if your cat isn't playing? Is there something wrong?
There could be. It's very possible that the way you're playing with your cat is not anything like what they have instinctually known as the hunt and capture method when they were outside. In addition to the proper play interaction, it's really important for you not to give up quickly if your cat is not being quite as responsive as you hoped. Be patient. If the cat isn't pouncing on the toy right away, don't assume your cat isn't interested, pack up the toy and walk away, because Maybe that cat was in the middle of sizing up the situation, or maybe that cat was in the middle of planning and strategizing his hunting sequence. So just like people, some cats may jump right in boldly, while others may take their time to analyze and warm up to the play tactics they're about to use. So my point with all of this is keep trying, and keep trying for more than like 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. Give your cat a chance. If you're always giving up too soon, what will happen is you will teach your cat that you are not going to stay with the play session long enough to be realistic. If you consistently give up too early, guess what's going to happen? You've now taught your cat that you can't be trusted to actually continue on with the game, and now she will ignore you the next time you try to play with her with that toy.
Rachel, I could see how frustrating this could be for the cats. I guess I can correlate it to dating. We have to just earn each other's trust when you first start dating and be empathetic to the other one's needs. We need to kind of be thinking about what the cat's needs are here and how they respond to their prey, as opposed to just sitting there with, on social media with our phone in one hand and then playing around with the, with the toy in the other hand, and really not looking at our cat, not knowing what their needs are. As humans, we're definitely flawed in our relationship building acumen. Oh my God. Yeah, the guy I date needs to know how to play with a cat, because then he'll know how to deal with me. So, okay.
Well, your dating metaphor is very accurate, because yes, you do need to build trust. You need to build that relationship. You need to build that bond. So the dating reference is apt. I mean, the other thing, if you think about dating, is sometimes we send mixed signals. So this could be going on too. If you're not really playing in a way that meets the cat's needs, you might be thinking, well, this will work, but this won't work. And it's really important to really, as you said, focus on the cat. I mean, the cat may not be playing because he may equate that toy with dead prey. Be sure to rotate your toys so your cat is not expected to keep killing the same prey over and over again. I can assure you that your cat's prey drive is not going to be triggered by prey that he has already maimed and killed several times.
All right, so walk us through the proper methodology of play. What does it look like?
A play session for your cat must simulate a successful hunt. And when you play with your cat in a way that mimics a hunt, this is what will happen. Your cat will strengthen her bond with you. Your cat will find herself feeling much more confident, and now you'll be providing stimulation in a way that's satisfying for your cat. Your cat's brain will release those feel-good chemicals and endorphins when they are in their state of hunt and capture. It feels really good to a cat. Your cat will feel like a successful conqueror, the ruler of her territory, king of his castle. So for play that simulates a hunt, use a fishing pole type toy. This type of toy allows you to easily manipulate the toy in a way that resembles natural prey behavior. So you're in charge here. So think about how prey would act. Real prey is unpredictable. So you want to mimic that. Make the hunt enticing. Make it interesting and full of fun surprises. Real prey moves or runs at different speeds. Prey may quickly change direction to elude their predator. The prey wants to survive, so maybe the prey will scoot under the couch or scurry behind a bureau. When the prey is slightly injured or cornered, the prey may play dead and then suddenly jump up and make a break for it when it thinks it's safe to escape from your cat's field of vision. So here's what I really want you to do. Use a fishing pole type toy or a wand toy and move it around to mimic the motions of your cat's prey. Intersperse the session with movements that are fast and slow, high and low. Try hiding the toy behind the furniture, and then make the prey dash to another safe spot when your cat gets it into his field of vision. And here is what you should not do while playing, because real prey wouldn't do this. Don't touch the cat with the toy as a way to get your cat's attention. There is no toy that's going to walk on up to the cat and touch the cat. Don't dangle the toy in your cat's face or move it too wildly about. These actions create a defensive reaction, and that is not fun for your cat, nor is it realistic at all. Prey moves away from the cat, not towards the cat. So always have it in the back of your mind that you are mimicking a hunt. Do not move the toy close to the cat as soon as you see the cat is ready to pounce, and then just yank the toy away again. The most important rule of the play has to do with success. Success means that your cat gets multiple captures of that prey. I see so many people who have the toy on the ground, and once the toy gets close, they just yank the toy away. And this is very unsettling for your cat. The cat wants to pounce on it. The cat wants to get it. When you're playing with your cat, the game is not about how long you can keep the toy away from the cat. The game is about how rewarding and satisfying the session is for the cat. And the reward is those multiple captures. In a 15-minute play session, be sure your cat gets about 8 to 10 mini captures. You always want to make sure your cat catches the prey many times during the play session. Toys that can be bitten, torn, or ripped apart are the most satisfying type of captures for your cat. For your cat, a successful capture is one when she can put the toy in her mouth, feel it between her teeth, or grab it between her paws. She needs to get that physical feeling of the capture. Some cats even like to get up and try to walk away with a newly captured prey. This is when you can give your cat a little time to feel the reward of a successful capture. It's okay to let the cat run away with the end of the wand gripped between her teeth. That's fine. Let the cat enjoy it. As your cat begins to relax her grip because the prey isn't really responding anymore, the prey isn't struggling, then you can take the wand, start the game up again, and pretend that the prey is starting to struggle again to get away. Remember, the struggle of the prey will bring incredible satisfaction to your cat's hunter instincts and her need for the next capture if the prey was able to escape from your cat's grip. In a play session, you want to think about how the prey would act. During the hunt, the prey might get a little injured or tired, so it's important to take all of this into consideration. It sounds so simple, but it makes a huge difference in making the play session rewarding for the cat. Now, I want to point out that you never abruptly end the play session.
All right. So the captures are the rewards. The captures gets all the feel-good endorphins flowing through your cat. Those captures create pleasure, confidence, a sense of harmony. Great. I totally get it. And you know what I also love? That you say, let him take the wand. I used to let my cat take the wand into the other room and then come back looking for more. So love that. So can you just elaborate why we shouldn't stop the play session abruptly and explain what the method of stopping should be? I mean, stopping is stopping. Isn't it, Rachel? Right?
Well, you might think so, but it really is true that when you're ready for the session to come to an end, it's important that you really just don't abruptly end. You shouldn't be thinking, "Ooh, look at the time, 15 minutes, I'm done." What you want to do is slowly wind down those movements. Simulate the prey getting injured. The prey is getting tired. The prey is slowing down. The prey is losing stamina. And the prey is being trapped by your cat. Remember, we are simulating a hunt. So take a few minutes to wind down that play session so you don't leave your cat more revved up than when you started. You want to get that cat to start relaxing. So when caught, the prey struggles a bit, but eventually that prey will stop struggling. Think about the wounded prey. It's definitely going to move more slowly than when you began the game. It may be still for long periods of time, and then it might move just a little bit because it's so injured and so tired. And now for your cat, the prey is going to become easier and easier to catch. As the toy gets slower and eventually the prey dies, allow that cat to experience that final, rewarding, juicy capture. And now your cat is going to start to relax and feel that accomplishment of a grand final capture.
Oh my God. I am so exhausted as this prey. I can see why people don't play with their cats. It takes a lot of effort. Okay. So is this the end of the game now? Do we stop now? Are we done with it? Yay. No. Yes, maybe.
So remember, we're going through this bit by bit, but in reality, this will last about 10 or 15 minutes. If someone is really, going through these super long prey sessions and they have to ice down after play, let me know, because there is a problem there. But now we really need to do the most important part. Finish the game with a really yummy, delicious treat that you know your cat loves. Every cat has that one treat that they go wild for, right? That's what we want to use. So play, as I've said, to simulate a hunt. So what's the purpose of the hunt? It's to capture and eat the prey. It's natural and rewarding for your cat to enjoy feasting on that prey after the capture. Cats expect a catch and kill when they're hunting, and cats want to be able to eat their prey. That's the whole point of this game. The food after play is important. The food after play will put your cat into her natural hunt, eat, contentment, relax cycle. Ending the play with the food reward will make a huge difference with your cat's perception of his success and his abilities to be a great hunter. And being a successful hunter feels so good to a cat. It creates confidence. Your cat will be proud of his accomplishments. He's a great conqueror. So end every single play and hunting session with a small treat. For your cat, this is the official end of play, and this ends the session in a completely natural way. Your cat has stalked the prey, pounced on the prey, bitten the prey, killed it, and eaten it, with, of course, your treat substituting as the prey. So now your cat is content and happy and relaxed, and he's ready to take a well-earned nap. Regular play sessions with a fishing pole toy will take bored, stressed cats and make them happy. Cats who have regular play sessions that simulate a hunt and end with that final capture and food won't need to attack a human or a companion cat to satisfy this need to capture.
All right. I knew all that. I always tell my clients that claim they have picky eaters to do a real play session with their kitties prior to mealtime. And in the case of the picky eaters, make sure to have their food ready as their reward for all of the amazing captures their little hunters accomplished. So thank you for clarifying that, Rachel. All right. Let's talk about the automated, battery operated, or motion detector type toys. These toys seem to kind of mimic the prey model, right?
Well, you might think so, but the answer is no, because most battery operated or automated cat toys follow a simple, repetitive pattern where they move from spot to spot. So much so that your hunter cat can easily and instinctively figure out the automated toy's movement pattern. Many cat owners do the same thing as the automated toys when they play with their cats in a position where they're just sort of waving the toy around with no enticing patterns and no opportunities for the cat to stalk. If you're just sort of going through the motions, moving the toy back and forth, and that's it, the cat does not really feel excited to pounce and capture. So this is another reason why your cats may not have the desire to play and interact with you if you are, not really trying very hard to mimic that prey and to make it interesting, or if you're using automatic toys. You need to create the motions and actions of the prey. It's really important. Be unpredictable. Use your imagination. Think about maybe how you would get out of the way if there was a hungry lion chasing you for their next meal. And think of that as you create a scenario for cat using the wand or fishing pole type toys.
Let's talk about cat toys in general. Most cat loving people have a big selection of toys for their cats. It's a basket full of stuff. What I hear most often from these cat parents is my cats are bored, or they don't want to play with their toys, or they've lost interest in their toys. I have a feeling we're going to be going back to the methodology concepts here. So please tell me, have these cats really lost interest, or is it us having unrealistic expectations of them?
Yes, I know all about that big basket of toys that a lot of people have sitting in their living room. And occasionally you choose a few toys from that big bucket, throw them on the floor, and they just kind of sit there. And you're saying, oh, my cat doesn't want to play. Well, solo toys do not act like prey. Solo toys just kind of sit there on the floor.
Well, yeah, but I got to jump in and say plenty of cats do like to pounce around and bat around a ball or the rattler mice. You know, we can throw it once and they go haywire. So what about that? They do like it.
So some cats may enjoy solo toys, and some cats may enjoy those in addition to those hunt and capture sessions. There's nothing wrong with, providing your cats with other opportunities in addition to the fishing pole type toy or wand toy. But remember, with a solo toy, your cat has to be both the predator and the prey. So it really may not be too realistic for your cat.
Do cats like to hunt in different ways? We already talked about the pole model, and then putting food in the vertical jumping areas for them and the cat trees. And there's so many toys out there. So feathers, ribbons, fleece, fuzzy mice, how do we decide as pet owners what works?
So you're right, it can be very overwhelming. I mean, when you go down the aisles of most pet supply stores, there are endless variety of toys, and some of them are not so realistic, some of them are terrific. So the most important thing is take the time to figure out what type of hunter your cat is. Just like people, cats have preferences for the way they like to exercise. So pay attention to which toy is a favorite and see how your cat likes to play. If the cat isn't pouncing right away, don't assume she's not interested in play. And please don't put the toy away. Give your cat a chance. If your cat was taking time to respond and you assumed that she wasn't really into play, you may have totally misread her intentions. Maybe that cat was in the middle of a hunting sequence. Maybe that cat was sizing things up, analyzing, strategizing. So by you abruptly stopping that sequence, you may have now taught your cat that you can't be trusted to keep up the play session. And now she's probably going to ignore you when you pull out that toy again.
So we need to figure out what kind of hunter that our kitty is. So help me figure it out and give me some examples of what that would look like.
Great question. So, does your cat enjoy small toys that move on the floor? Is she the type of a cat that goes after every ant that ends up in your home? If so, fishing pole type toys with a small bug at the end that you make fly in circles close to the ground and land on low surfaces, this would be an excellent choice for your cat. Maybe you have a cat whose prey drive gets triggered by a toy that moves fast or runs to hiding places. So this is a toy that a cat would really enjoy if you sort of think about mice. Mice like to run and hide behind things. Running under a chair or under a couch is what a mouse would do. So this cat would enjoy a fishing pole type toy with a play mouse at the end. And then you can use the wand to move the toy in a way a mouse would run about the house and hide as prey. Now, maybe your cat, when she gets into hunter mode, is very slow and methodical in her movements. Some cats suddenly slow down and really think about stalking. So if you have a cat who enjoys stalking, then you know that you have a cat who feels like watching and planning a part of the hunt. So respond accordingly. Move the prey a little more slowly. Maybe you have a cat who's not moving, but is visually locked into that toy. So then you may want to choose a fishing pole type toy with a fleece of ribbon at the end, like a snake, because snakes move slowly or move only slightly during the hunting sequence. Your cat may enjoy being visually focused onto a toy as her way of becoming engaged in that play session. So let her get that visual lock onto the toy. Some cats enjoy hunting after prey that is up off the floor. They want something a little higher. So these cats would do great with the fishing pole type toy that has feathers on it, simulating a bird, and then you can alternate going high and low like a bird would do. Birds fly around, and birds land on chairs and tables. They don't necessarily go all the way to the ground. And sometimes birds will stand still for long periods before taking flight to land someplace else. So take that into consideration when you're playing with your cat. Other cats may prefer a toy that flies through the air, wiggles on the ground, hides and disappears, or moves out of plain sight. These are toys that at the end of the fishing pole type toy, you may want something light, something feathery, small, furry, easy to carry in the mouth, easy to bat about with paws, fun to chew on, and all these different combinations that would resemble play. So, what your cat likes to play with is what you should give him. It's that simple.
Are there toys that are an absolute no-no for you that cat owners should never buy?
Laser pointer toys or laser pointers in general are a big no, no, no. Toss those laser toys right now. I really wish pet supply stores did not sell laser pointers as toys. Laser pointers were developed to be used for PowerPoint presentations in the office, and that is where they should stay. Laser pointers are the cause of so many behavior problems in cats. Think about it. Those laser pointers make your poor cat feel like she's on a futile chase. Your cat is pointlessly trying to catch that little red dot that can never be captured. There'll never be a real capture, and this becomes a source of terrible frustration and anxiety for cats. Think about it. Certain of a sure catch, your cat pounces, only to find there's nothing between his paws, there's nothing in his mouth. It really is a terrible thing to do to your cat. Using a laser pointer as a toy may also cause problems between companion cats and cats in multi-cat or multi-pet household. When your cat cannot make a tangible capture, he may resort to directing his frustration and his attention onto one of the other resident pets, and he may decide to have a resident pet or the resident cat or the resident dog be that final capture. And guess what? The other pets aren't going to like that so much. This is an unacceptable and often relationship-altering effect of using a laser pointer to play. Same with humans. If your cat's only opportunity to stalk and capture and sink his teeth into something is your ankles as you walk by, well, that's what you're setting up your cat to do. Cats expect a catch and kill after play, and laser pointers cause confusion because your cat chases the dot but can never catch that dot. The cat's frustrated, and we have no way of explaining to a cat what's really going on. Laser pointers simply do not provide that physical and tangible catch after stimulation, which all cats need because cats are natural born hunters and they need to exercise those muscles.
Okay, talking about these lasers, I know I tagged you on an IG post today. It was three people or three beings sitting in a bar. One, a guy who says, I can't catch a break. The other one was a dog that said, I can't catch a squirrel. And then there was the cat sitting at the bar saying, I can't catch that little red dot. They all looked despondent, disappointed, and frustrated. So that absolutely makes it clear what we shouldn't do. Rachel, thanks for being an integral part of the Cat University series. And to our amazing listeners, our cats have been waiting for us to figure this all out. We are all learning. Rachel just provided us with information and tools that we can use to keep our cats emotionally and physically healthy and satisfied. So congratulations to us. We are now ready to play the prey and enjoy our cat's happiness. Please share this episode with all your cat-loving friends, and we would love to hear your comments and feedback. Until next time, always stay cat-tastic.
Ooh, I love being cat-tastic.